So one thing I learned about Avi is that he is always excited. He's excited about everything. He's excited about the room we're in right now. He's excited about what we're wearing. He's excited about the tour, which we'll be talking a little bit about. But yeah, Avi's a very excited person all the time.
Well, one thing that people might not know about Sadia is that she is actually a makeup artist, which is why she's always done up so beautifully at the Regents meetings and what you'll come to find at our UC campus tours.
Hi, I'm Sadia Saifuddin, and I'm a fifth-year social welfare major at UC Berkeley. I currently serve as the UC Student Regent for the year 2014-2015.
Hi, my name is Avi Oved, and I'm currently a senior at UCLA majoring in economics and minoring in global studies. I currently serve as the UC Student Regent designate and will serve as the UC Student Regent next year.
The UC Board of Regents can sometimes feel very distant and a very nebulous body, so we're here to talk to you a little bit about it. There are 26 members on the Board of Regents. 18 of those are appointed by the governor of the state of California. Then there's the one voting student regent, that's us, and then there are 7 ex officio members that sit on the board. There's a president of the university, there's a governor of the state of California, there's a lieutenant governor, the speaker of the assembly, and then the superintendent of the state of California. We also have 2 alumni regents that sit on the board.
The student regent is the sole representative of nearly 240,000 undergraduates, graduates, and professional students across the 10-campus UC system. We're here to advocate on behalf of student interests at every tier of leadership within the UC.
Today we'll be talking to you a little bit about what it's like to be a student regent.
During my junior year, I served as UCLA's internal vice president, and I really loved the work that I did in student government. And when I came across the opportunity of the student regent position online, I really wanted to go for it. And I applied, learned more about the position, and really fell in love with the idea of working for students on a broader scale.
I was in my sophomore year when my financial aid was taken away because my family made slightly more than what qualified us for aid. So I started looking for jobs online, and I came across a job for the chief of staff for the student regent's office. And I had no idea what that was, but I thought I would apply, and I actually fell in love with higher education working in the student regent's office. The year after that, I served as a senator in Berkeley's ASUC, and then decided to apply to serve as a student regent so that I could correct some of the wrongs that I had felt as a student. So the UC system is very decentralized. You have students, you have staff, you have faculty, you have administrators, and you also have the regents. And a lot of times when the UC is confronted with a problem, it's really hard to make sure that all the stakeholders' voices and concerns are being heard. So the work that we do as student regents is to make sure that students have a strong advocate and a strong voice at the table when decisions are being made that are going to affect their livelihood and their experience at the UC.
One thing that I found difficult during the term was this balancing act of not academics and not your social life and your personal life, but more so the more I meet people and the more I meet students and listen to their stories and the issues that they raise. It's really difficult to ensure that you're maintaining a focus so that you're effective within your 2-year term as student regent. Some of the focuses that I have as student regent is to heighten safety resources across the UC. And so something that we've done at UCLA was develop a UCLA Circle of 6, which is a safety app to centralize emergency communication efforts that one would need. And so we're looking to implement that in the beginning of this year, which I'm really excited about. Secondly, we would like to increase student representation across the UC, and I really want to collaborate with as many student stakeholders as possible to ensure that we're really shaping this to be a student movement.
So, as a lot of you may know, the Regents recently voted to increase tuition at the last Regents meeting in November. And that's really troublesome because it puts us on a path of privatizing public education, which is a really big concern of Avi and I. So, in addition to voting against the tuition increase this past November, Avi and I have been working to lobby the legislature to develop a strategy for moving forward, partnering with students and staff and faculty, as well as the president and other stakeholders at OP to develop more affordable solutions for students so that our public education continues to remain for the public. I'm also working on food security. That's a really big passion of mine, and so developing a system-wide food security plan for the UC that addresses multiple needs that students have. A lot of people don't know that students live out of their cars or shower at the gym or have to use food pantries on and off campus to make it by. And I think that should be a really, really big priority for the UC moving forward to making sure students are taken care of. And last but not least, we've also been collaborating very much on addressing sexual assault on our campuses. That is a very big concern for both of us. Students should always, always feel safe. And so we've developed a variety of strategies to be able to make sure that students have the resources they need to receive support if they are survivors of an assault, to be able to understand where to go for educational material in order to help a friend, but also adapting certain kinds of technologies like Circle of Six to make sure that students have the support groups they need amongst themselves to make sure they can reach out to someone in case of help.
I think one of the most important qualities to be a student regent is to be passionate and persistent about what you want and the vision that you have. There are going to be people that tell you that you don't have the right experience and you don't have enough experience, but if you really, have that vision that you want to pursue and that, passion that you want to serve, I think that you should go for it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't, apply to be student regent and then become student regent.
Being a student regent means to be an excellent strategist, to not only think one step ahead, but 4 steps ahead of even the other people that you're working with sometimes. It means being very dedicated to the work that you do. There are going to be long nights and long days and crazy travel schedules, but making sure you have that goal in mind and what you want to accomplish at the end of the term is really important. It also means being articulate and being comfortable in front of lots of different kinds of people, and really being open to other people's experiences and opinions and advice that other people have, but always checking your intention for doing this work and why you want to give back to students. You're going to make an excellent student regent.
If you're interested in applying for the position, check out the application posted in the link below. Also, the application is posted on the Board of Regents website and is due on February 22nd. We'll be starting our tour sometime next week, so please look out for tour dates. We'll be spending a day on each of the campuses, so you'll get a chance to come, hang out, have lunch with us, and ask us any questions that you might have. We'll see you there.